Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 3 times Tadej Pogačar got humiliated in races. 1. Stage 17 of the 2023 Tour de France, Col de la Loze. Pre-race build-up. On July the 19th, 2023, the race left Saint-Gervais-les-Bains for a grueling 166-kilometer stage, ending on the new Col de la Loze, 2,304 meters. After weeks of suspense, this alpine monster was billed as the place where Jonas Vingegaard might finally crack Pogačar, or vice versa. Strange as it sounds, both had crashed earlier, and talk swirled about who had the superior legs on the steeper pitches. The kilometre timeline: 0 to 20 Ks, a minor crash halted Pogačar early on. He clipped a wheel and tumbled, but, quote, got back on the bike early, though he admitted it may have drained him. Up to 50k, the break formed. Main GC group stayed close. Approximately 16 kilometers to go, Pogačar was dropped from the yellow jersey group on the relentless ascent. 8.5 kilometers from the summit, the decisive moment, Pogačar completely collapsed and was overtaken even by teammate Marc Soler. What went wrong? So, Poggy felt the crash drained his legs. Quote, hurt a little, maybe it affected my body. Energy crisis. After 3.5 hours, he said, quote, nothing went in my legs, everything stayed in my stomach. Vingegaard's power. Meanwhile, Vingegaard surged ahead, leaving Pogačar in his wake, contrasting trajectories at altitude. Highlights. Felix Gall claimed the jersey for first over the summit. Vingegaard extended advantage atop. Pogačar lingered pale and beaten, admitting, quote, I was dead, one of the worst days of my life on the bike. His reactions, quote, I'm dead. I tried to eat as much as possible, but nothing went to my legs. If I don't have such great support, I may have lost the podium. He acknowledged, quote, this has been one of the worst days of my life on the bike. Number 2. Stage 11 of the 2022 Tour de France, Col de Granon. Pre-race build-up. On July 13th, 2022, Stage 11 delivered a historic summit finish atop the Col de Granon, which was 2,413 meters. Team Visma aggressively set the tempo, aiming to wear down Poggy and shift yellow to Vingegaard. The kilometre timeline: 70 kilometers to go, Team Visma attacked on the Galabra. Pogačar matched every move, but perhaps too zealously. The final climb: on Granon, Pogačar's key domestiques were off-pace. Vingegaard hit him with a crushing acceleration. The finish: Pogačar crossed nearly 2 minutes and 51 seconds behind. Vingegaard donned yellow. What went wrong? Isolation by choice. Pogačar chose to follow Vingegaard and Roglic instead of using his team support because they just couldn't keep up. Tactical overreach. He admitted that he had, quote, made those decisions in the heat of the moment. Team Visma dominance. Their unrelenting pressure throttled him on the steeps. Highlights: a titanic showdown. Fans watched Pogačar try to ride through pain, but the level of attacks broke him. Team Visma's teamwork and gamesmanship shone through. His reactions: in June 2023, reflecting with Ride magazine, he said, quote, of course I didn't enjoy that day and it still hurts, but I'm not going to change. We will use the experience, return with an even stronger mentality. Number 3. 2025 Paris-Roubaix, the Hell of a North debut. Pre-race build-up. On April 13th, 2025, Pogačar made his long-awaited debut in Paris-Roubaix, aiming to become the first Tour winner to conquer it since Hinault in 1981. The buzz was electric. The kilometre timeline: 40 k's to go, Pogačar surged in Sector 10, igniting anticipation amongst everyone. Sector 9, 38 k's remaining, he attacked again alongside Van der Poel, but came into a turn too fast and crashed. Post-crash, his bike jammed. He waited for neutral support and needed a bike change, losing almost half a minute. The final 20k, he could not close a minute gap and finished second place, 1 minute 18 seconds behind Van der Poel. Had he have not crashed, most people say, including myself, he would have won the race. What went wrong? Concentration lapse. He admitted being distracted by motorbikes lining the corner. It was a technical error. Missed the apex, making a crucial error on rough cobbles. Double disruption. Crash plus bike change killed his momentum. Before slamming down, he appeared every bit the winner, closing on Van der Poel. Despite setbacks, he powered on, crossing stiff and gritty to claim second on a debut. His reactions. Quote, "I was watching the motorbikes, came into the corner going really fast. In the end, I was pretty empty." He called it, quote, "definitely one of the hardest races I've ever done." How Tadej Pogačar retools after a loss. So he's got to change his mindset. It's a grit over glory situation. Pogačar's DNA is built on setbacks. After a crushing Granon, he told Ride magazine, quote, "I will return with an even stronger mentality and more hunger." Even in the depths of La Lose, he fought to the line. Quote, "Marc Soler pushed me. I hope to recover over the next 2 days." Tactical revisions. Use of domestiques after Granon. UAE added mountain muscle, e.g. Adam Yates, to balance Poggy's aggressive instincts. Controlled aggression. Poggy vowed not to abandon strategy during vibrant attacks, even if Vingegaard baits him and lures him in. But rather he will now recalibrate using the support of his team. Technical and preparation reboot. Cornering and recon. Roubaix crash stressed limited experience for Tadej on cobbles. It was to be expected after all. His training now emphasizes technical mastery and concentration. Energy management. On La Lose, he suffered a gut-seated, quote, "nothing in legs" kind of bonk. Lactate training and uphill fueling now is his core elements. Also, another thing he'll be training is crash recovery. Early season mishaps like Strada Bianca slide pushed UAE management to balance risk with career longevity. Team adjustments. Royster reinforcement. Before tours, UAE adds climbers to string, train and shelter Poggy from relentless GC assaults. Race flattening. On stages where Poggy is soloing, teammates now shelter him and manage pace behind Team Visma. Future strategy. Pogačar himself says these regrets are data points, not death sentences, and that UAE uses losses to optimize more recon, smarter race tactics, sharper nutrition plans, and technical drills to prevent future meltdowns. Final reflection. In every collapse, Lose, Granon, Roubaix, the same story occurs. Ambition, fracture, introspection, adaptation. His statements after each race highlight humility and resilience. Quote, "one of the worst days. Recover soon." Quote, "it still hurts. Stronger mentality. One of the hardest races ever. Learn from concentration lapse." This process turns each loss into a springboard. Thanks for watching today's video on 3 races where Tadej Pogačar was humiliated and defeated. If you have any more you'd like to add, feel free to comment down below and let me know which ones you think he also felt pretty annoyed about. Leave a like on today's video and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest cycling news, cycling drama and cycling results. I'll catch you guys in the next video.